I'm Michael, small town, quiet life. I had a beautiful girlfriend, Lisa, and everything seemed to be going great for us. We met her at a mutual company and I liked her immediately. Lisa was the smartest, sweetest, and most beautiful girl I knew. It wasn't easy for me to win her heart, so I had to woo her hard for months. And then she finally agreed to be my girlfriend. I wouldn't say I'm the kind of guy who can't miss a single skirt, but the story that happened to me really was a lesson to me. Lisa and I had been dating for 6 months at the time. I didn't know about her sister since I had never been to her house. Her father is a very strict and serious man, and he wouldn't let Lisa bring her boyfriends to the house. I'm not sure if he even knew Lisa had a boyfriend. At one of Lisa's house parties, when just as her parents were away overseas, I met her sister, Kate. Kate was beautiful and mysterious, and I couldn't resist her charm. I knew that cheating on my girlfriend with her sister was still that low guy act, but Kate was so relaxed and alluring that my head just shut off. Lisa was very different from her sister. She is more decent, modest, restrained in her clothing and in her behavior, while Kate is her complete opposite. She is very provocative, always laughing and having fun, ready to try any extreme and go to any extreme and go to any party. Anyway, it came to a point where I started cheating on Lisa with her sister. Months passed, and I continued to maintain a double relationship with Kate and Lisa, feeling inwardly guilty, but not sure how to get out of the situation. My life had become creative and confusing, and there was no way I could imagine how it could end. On the one hand, I knew that it could not last, and the truth would come out. But on the other hand, I didn't want to make a choice. I liked them both, and each in her own way. I understand how you feel, dating two girls at the same time, and with their own sisters. Who does he think he is? But don't get me wrong, I was young and inexperienced. My hormones were clearly in the wrong place and were deciding everything for me. This went on for 2.5 months, and I was very flattered that Kate really liked me. She's 2 years younger than Lisa, and she saw me as a grown-up guy and admired me all the time. She was a naive little girl who believed in our eternal union, and yet she knew that I was dating Lisa, but still did not give me away, and we had a great time with her. One day Lisa invited me to her house for dinner. She had a serious and determined demeanor, and I discovered that she knew about my cheating. But I hoped that we could make things right and go back to the way they were before.
Michael, I know.
Lisa said, looking at me shrewdly.
I know about you cheating on me with Kate, and you know that I have a way back, a way to my old life without cheating.
I was stunned by her phrase and experienced a sense of dread. I couldn't imagine how she knew this and what she meant by the way back. What do you mean, Lisa? I asked, discovering what was going on. Lisa smiled and raised her hand, on which her wedding ring glistened.
Michael, I wish you had met my new boyfriend, David. He gave me hope and faith in our future family.
My heart raced with surprise. Lisa had found a new love and was ready to move forward despite my cheating.
You have to leave, Michael.
Lisa said firmly,
We can't be together anymore. I have found my happiness in another man, and you must understand that your place is not with me.
Lisa's words pierced me, and I realized that all that I had lost was my actions. It turned out that Lisa had been suspicious of my infidelity ever since that very party. As Kate and I immediately began to have unusual mocking glances, common themes, and nomadic behavior in front of each other, only now did I realize how conspicuous this was and how stupid I had been. What was I hoping for? That Lisa wouldn't notice or find out. I was just on top of a pedestal. From the fact that girls liked me and myself, esteem grew as I went on. I lost a piece of my soul and my footing for the fun of it with Kate. Most importantly, I broke 2 hearts at once, Kate's and Lizzie's. I lost not only the girl I loved, but her trust and my self-respect. I left Lisa's house with an emptiness inside and the realization that I had sown the seeds of my own unhappiness. I realized that cheating was not only betraying my partner, but also destroying my own happiness. To avoid getting involved in the situation again, I immediately broke up with Kate, and it was in a harsh way through a message on social media. I just became ashamed of everything and decided not to see either of my sisters again at that point. In the bitter realization of my mistakes, I decided to change. I began to sincerely repent of my actions and try to become a better person. I realized that true happiness and love cannot be built on lies and cheating. As time passed, I learned about Lisa's new life with David. They were married, a beautiful family occurred, and true happiness was discovered. This news brought me mixed feelings, joy for Lisa and bitterness for what I had missed. As the years passed, the past began to flicker in my memory, but I never forgot the lesson Lisa had taught me. I dedicated my life to finding the true essence of love and acceptance. Working on myself, I found the power to change and become a religious educator. My application has been identified in people and opportunities for personal growth. I've gone through therapy, participated in group sessions, and devoted a lot of time to self-reflection. I have a feel for relationship psychology and an understanding of possible emotional experiences. As the years passed, I never stopped wishing Lisa and Kate happiness. Even though they're gone from my life, I always acknowledge their great presence in it. They were the catalyst for my personal growth and my appreciation of the value of sincere and mutual love. Unexpectedly for me, earlier in the day, I received a letter from Lisa. In it, she showed gratitude for my sincere repentance and dedication to personal growth. She shared that her relationship was thriving, and she was discovering a new level of happiness and harmony. Lisa invited me to their party. It was the most unexpected turn of events. I was amazed at her kindness and willingness to share her happiness with someone who had hurt her. At the wedding, I saw Lisa and David radiating happiness and love. They were the perfect couple, trusting each other completely. The day was the result of true love and forgiveness encompassing all the trials and gatherings. Realizing my mistakes and wanting to close the old chapter of my life forever, I decided to face Lisa. I was ready to accept the consequences of my actions and express my sincere remorse. We arranged to meet at one of our favorite cafes. When I arrived, my heart was pounding frantically in my chest, and there was a mixture of nervousness and hope inside. Lisa was sitting at a table looking at me with such a gentle and soothing look on her face. She had grown so much prettier since our breakup, and she had matured. In her gaze, I saw a mature and confident woman. She already had a different haircut that suited her very well, and her style had become noble, and sophisticated. I was at a loss, didn't know where to put myself. My heart was racing, but I knew I shouldn't let on that I still had any feelings, because I didn't want to break into her new life with her new partner. But I was glad she had offered to meet me. I missed talking to her. I was very happy and enthusiastic. "Hi, Lisa," I said, trying to suppress my emotions. "I want to begin by saying that I am truly sorry for what I did. I'm sorry I broke your trust and betrayed our love." Lisa looked at me with mixed feelings, but her eyes showed softness.
"Michael, I have to admit that you have changed,"
she said, her voice sounding slightly shaky.
"I've seen you working on yourself and striving to become a better person. I can't say all is forgiven, but I'm willing to give us a chance to start developing."
"What about your chosen one? I didn't expect you to let it go like that and decide to give me a chance."
"We haven't lived together for months. He wants children from me, and I'm not ready. And we're constantly fighting over this, so we decided to split up. I'm really sorry that we ended up like this, but there were really a lot of reasons to break up with him, but I kept putting it off. Now I'm happy that we decided not to torture each other and closed this chapter in our lives."
"I'm so sorry, but everything that doesn't get done is for the best. So, I'm willing to go all the way to make you happy with me. I've been working hard on myself. And now I realize that life brings us back together again, and it's all for a reason. I am glad. Hearing those words, I gathered a wave of relief and gratitude. We struck up a conversation, and I shared my deepest feelings and understanding of the mistakes I had lost. Lisa revealed her wounds and frustrations, but also reinforced her desire to look for a way to overcome the past and build a future. With each conversation, we became more likely and more sincere with each other. We talk about our expectations, our hopes, and how we see our future. In this conversation, we began to realize that our love was stronger than our mistakes, and we both wanted to give it another chance. Soon after we met, we began working to rebuild our relationship. We went through trials and challenges, but every day we tried to be better for ourselves and for each other. We learned to open communication, trust, and forgive. Yes, it wasn't easy for us. Trust was not so easy to rebuild. Lisa sometimes snapped at me and said everything that was in her heart. But we found a way out, and together we took courses at a family psychologist. Therapy helped us a lot. She shut down all her resentments. And she was even ready to have a baby with me in a couple of years. I don't put pressure on her. On the contrary, I support her in everything, and everything works out for us. The years have passed, and now I can say that I am happy with Lisa by my side. We found both lessons from the past and decided not to repeat their mistakes. Our relationship has become stronger, deeper, and based on mutual respect and support. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't cheated on Lisa with her sister. But I realize that our mistakes are shaped by us, and without that history, I wouldn't be who I am today. We both understand that love requires constant worry and care, and we are willing to fight for each day. The story of cheating and surviving the lesson of becoming a better person. It reminds me of authentic love, that it cannot be taken for granted, and that we can all grow and change. So today I was found guilty of my mistakes, revealed exactly where I am now. In a true and happy relationship with Lisa, whom I treasure more than anything else in the world. After my reunion with Lisa, I began to think about Lisa's sister, Kate. I found that my actions had caused pain and suffering, and I wanted to undo what I had done. One day when I met Lisa, I asked her how Kate was doing. Lisa, upset with regret that the relationship could no longer be restored because Kate had still hurt her feelings and suffered a profound loss of trust in her sister. Lisa is not quite ready to talk on principle about that incident of betrayal of her sister and me, as both close friends to her. But I have tried to restore the sisters' lost connection and help them regain their former companionship. Kate is not ready to forget either. She needs time and space to search, and I decided to respect her choice. Over time, I became aware of earlier situations with Kate due to the loss of friends and family. I learned that she was actively working on self-improvement and personal growth. She was focusing on her goals and striving for happiness in her own life. Finding a new partner wasn't working out for her, and she puts all her time and energy into her fulfillment and self-sufficiency. One day, at a charity event, I happened to meet Kate. In her eyes, I saw a mixture of mixed emotions, from anger to passion. I decided to go over and demand forgiveness. Kate, I want to talk to you. I said humbly, I understand that I have done unjustifiable things, and I am truly sorry for hurting you. I would like your forgiveness and to give us a chance to forget everything that happened. Kate detected my mixed feelings.
Michael, you hurt me seriously, and it's something I can just forget.
She said with bitterness in her voice.
But I can see that you have changed and are truly sorry for the past. I'm ready to begin the forgiveness process, but it's a record of time and work on my part.
I understand Kate's situation. She was left with nothing. She lost both her partner and her own sister at the same time. I did a lousy thing to her, and now she probably can't find a soulmate because she's lost her trust in people and can't forgive herself for what she did to her sister. But Kate and a willingness to make contact. I am resilient, but I am willing to be patient and support her along the way. Over time, Kate and I began to connect and genuinely support each other in our personal aspirations. We found common interests and became closer to each other. Gradually, Kate began to let go of resentment and anger, and we began to build a new relationship structure, one based on sincerity, simplicity, and mutual support. Today, Lisa, Kate, and I are all on the road to healing and personal growth. Although the relationship with Kate is no longer as close as it once was, we have come to support each other in our personal aspirations and rejoice in each other's successes. The story of infidelity had exhausted itself, and now it began to explore how people have learned to forgive and grow after great adversity. While it is not always possible to fully restore relationships, each of us has found our own path to personal happiness and contentment. Our ministry story is a reminder of the importance of the values of close relationships, trust, and forgiveness. It shows that even after discovering mistakes, people change, grow, and find themselves in a new reality.